Hello, good evening, Zainab and Shifa. Shifa, please confirm if I'm audible to you.
Yes, I audible.
Why are you joining so late?
So I forgot I had accounts class today. Sorry.
Sorry, you.
I forgot I
You
had
can.
class today. I'm sorry.
Okay, you forgot about the class. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, okay, so in the last session, we had started this topic, death of a partner, wherein we have covered few questions based on the calculation of the PSR, right? Profit sharing ratio, sacrificing and gaining ratios, everything like that. And I've told you that we will be starting a full-fledged question based on the death of a partner, wherein we will be required to prepare the partner's capital account, revaluation account, and other type of ledgers. So let's just quickly uh, get to that kind of question. Just a minute. Okay. So before proceeding further, just wanted to confirm if you have any doubt, anything that you both of you want to ask. Shifa, do you want to ask anything, or Zainab, do you have any question?
No, so everything's clear.
Everything is clear. Okay. So we did these questions in the previous class, one, two, three, and I few questions I gave you for the homework as well. Hoping that you must have done those questions. So I'm moving on to the next question now. This is the 11th question
Yes, sir.
of this chapter that we are going to start. Yeah. So this question says that there are three partners, Virad, Vishad, and Roma. There are three partners. They were sharing the profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. Their balance sheet is given, wherein you can see on the asset side we have building machinery, patent, stock, debtors, and cash. And on the other side of the balance sheet, we have a capital account of all three partners, capital balances of the partners, and reserve fund and creditors. Okay. Then apart from the balance sheet, there are certain adjustment information as well. It says Virad have died on 1st of October 2013. So basically, he died within the accounting year. Okay, before the closure of the financial year. It was agreed between his executor and remaining partners that goodwill of the firm will be valued at 200. Okay, this is 2.5 years purchase, not 212. This is 2.5 year purchase of average profit. For the last 3 years, the average profit uh, is 1,50,000. Okay, so the average profit is already given there in the question. That is good. Interest on capital to be provided at 10% per annum. Profit for the 2013-14 to be taken as having accrued at the same rate at that of the previous year, which was 1,50,000. Prepare Virat's capital account to be presented to his executor as on 1st of October 2013. So this is a simple question wherein we are required to prepare just one account, which is Virat's capital account only. We are not required to prepare any other thing like the revaluation or the full-fledged partner's capital account or the balance sheet. So this question is simple, and this won't take long to finish this question. So let's just first of all start with the format of the partner's capital account, Virat's capital account. Then accordingly we will move to the adjustment part of the question as well. Just a minute. All right. So first of all, we'll prepare the format of the partner's capital account, which is this time Virat's capital account only. Okay. So first thing that we need to do after forming the partner's capital account, that is Virat's capital account, we need to prepare. We need to write down the capital balance of Virat, which is, as you can see in the question also, that the capital balance of the Virat was 3 lakh, right? So we will be writing that first of all on the credit side of the Virat's capital account. We'll write down by balance BD. This is the opening capital balance of the Virat's capital account, which is 3 lakh as given in the balance sheet. Okay. Then apart from the opening capital balance, we will try to identify those items which can directly distributed which can be directly distributed to the Virat among the partners. Out of the those items, I think on the liability side, as you can see, we have a reserve, right? You can see we have a reserve on the liability side, and there is no adjustment as well given in the question regarding the reserve fund, right? Zainab, and tell me, is it clear to you that that there is on the liability side we have reserve fund, Shifa, and because there is
Yes,
no adjustment given regarding this, that means we will be what should we do with this amount? We should we should
distributed among
credit.
the partners.
Yes, we will be distributing it among the partners, but since we just need to prepare the Virat's capital account only, so we will be just indicating the amount that will be credited to the Virat's capital account only, right? So let's just give a little consideration to the profit sharing ratio of the partners, which is 5:3:2. So that means we will be writing on the credit side by reserve fund. 60,000 is the amount of reserve fund. It will be distributed in the ratio 5:3:2. So we will be getting 5 by 10. That means 30,000. Right? Is it clear to you? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is it clear? Shifa and
Yes,
Zainab,
sir.
both of you. Okay, next let's also consider, is there any other item on the debit side that we should write off? And I don't think there is any item on the asset side which needed to be written off. So we can now move to the adjustment part of the question. So first adjustment in the question says that goodwill of the firm valued at 2.5 year purchases of average profit for the last 3 years, and the average profit is given as 1,50,000. Okay, so let's just find out the goodwill share in the goodwill. We need to prepare a working note first. Virat's share in goodwill of the firm. For that purpose, what we will do, we will first of all find out goodwill of the firm as the question suggests, depending upon whatever the question says. On that basis, we will be calculating goodwill of firm and then multiply it with the Virat's share capital. Sorry, Virat's profit sharing ratio. Okay. So goodwill need to be calculated on the basis of the average, sorry, 2.5 years purchases, 2.5 years purchases into average profit, which is given as 1,50,000. Yes. and then we will multiply it with the Viraj profit sharing ratio, which is 5 by 10. So this will be, I guess, 4,50,000. 4, 4,50,000 into 5 by 10. So this should be how much? 4,50,000 into 5 by 10. This is 2,25,000, right? 2,25,000. Is that clear to you?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not sure. Am I committing some mistake anywhere? Viraj share in the goodwill of the firm will be, just a minute, I think that I'm making some mistakes somewhere. 1,50,000 into 2.5. Oh, okay. So multiplying 1,50,000 with 2.5, it is not 4,50,000. Instead, this will be 3,75,000 now. 3,75,000. I'm sorry. Please make this correction. 3,75,000. And now multiplying it by 5, dividing it by 10, we will get 187,500. Is that clear? 187,500. Yes or no? Is it clear? Yes or no? Tell me,
So
Shivtaj
can you
and
explain it
Ashwin.
again?
Yeah, sure. See, it says that we need to calculate the goodwill of the firm based on two average profit is given in the question as 1,50,000, and we need to calculate the goodwill of the firm, multiplying it by the number of year purchase, which is given as 2.5 years. 1,50,000 into 2.5, we will get 3,75,000, and then we will multiply it with the Viraj profit sharing ratio so that we can get the Viraj share in the total goodwill of the firm. So multiplying with 5 by 10, we will get 1,87,500. This is the goodwill of the, this is the goodwill of the basically Viraj goodwill in the firm. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear to you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. I think my system is lagging. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. So this is Viraj share in goodwill of the firm. Now, since Viraj Viraj died on October 1st of October 2013, that means Viraj's legal representative need to be compensated by 1,87,500 as a share in the goodwill of the firm. Now the thing is that who is going to contribute this amount? Who will be giving 1,87,500 to Viraj's survey? Who is going to contribute this 1,87,500? The remaining partners, right? Yes or no? Remaining partner will be contributing this amount, and the thing is that in what ratio they will be contributing this amount. Tell me.
Gaining.
In the gaining ratio, right? So since the question does not tells you what is the new profit sharing ratio, the question does just tell you that the previous ratio among of the partners were 5 is to 3 is to 2. So 5 is to, just a minute, 5 is to 3 is to 2 was the initial profit sharing ratio among the partners, Virat, Vishal, and Roma. This is Virat, Vishal, and Roma. Now what happens that Virat died. That means in order to determine the new profit sharing ratio, what we will do, we will just strike off Virat's share. So that means new profit sharing ratio will be, it will be 3 is to 2. Is that right? New profit sharing ratio will be 3 is to 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Since 3 is to 2 is the new profit sharing ratio, in that case, the gaining ratio will also remain same. Gaining ratio will also be 3 is to 2. Even if you will calculate gaining ratio in this situation, how do you calculate? You calculate it by subtracting the old ratio out of the new ratio. Even if you apply that formula and calculate the gaining ratio of the partners, in that case as well, you will be getting 3 is to 2. So we are not going to calculate the gaining ratio, since we already understand that even if we can make the calculation, do the calculation, we will be getting the same answer. So instead of doing the calculation, we can just write down the gaining ratio as 3 is to 2. Gaining ratio is equal to 3 is to 2. Now we will pass the journal entry for adjusting the goodwill among the partners. So the journal entry will be Vishad and Roma's account will be debited. Vishad's capital account debit. Roma's capital account will also be debited. To, tell me, to whose account? Tell me quickly.
Virat's account.
Viraj's account, right? Zainab and Shifa, both of you are able to understand this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Good. So Viraj's capital account will be credited by ultimately 1,87,500, but this will be contributed by Vishad and Roma proportionately. So in what proportion it will be contributed in the ratio of 3 to 2. So 1,87,500 into 3 by 5, 1,12,500. That Vishad's account will be debited by 1,12,500, and for the remaining amount, Romo's account will be debited 1,87,500 minus 1,12,500. That means 75,000. Virat's share of goodwill adjusted in the gaining ratio. I hope you understand this point, everyone. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's clear.
All right. Now just quickly transfer these value to the partner's capital. Oh, sorry, Virat's capital account. So for that purpose, see, this value will be recorded on the credit side of the Virat's capital account. This value will also be recorded on the credit side of the Virat's capital account. So we'll go to the capital account and write down by Vishad's capital account 112500 and Roma 75,000 by Roma's capital account 75,000. I hope this is clear. Tell me if it is not.
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
if it is clear, yes or no. Okay. All right then. So moving on to the next point in the adjustment section, it says that adjustment B says that interest on capital to be provided at 10% per annum. So that means whereas capital account will be credited by interest on capital at the rate of 10% per annum. Now this is very important. See, capital, what was the capital amount of capital? Capital was 3 lakh, right? Opening capital balance was 3 lakh. We will calculate interest at the rate 10% per annum. But since he died on 1st of October, sorry, since he died on, yeah, 1st of October, that means in this accounting year, he served the business only for the period of 6 months, right? April, May, June, July, August, September. So we will give him interest on capital starting from 1st April till 30th of September. Is that right? So for 6 month period, interest will only be calculated 6 by 12. Is that clear, everybody? Yes or no? Tell me if it is clear, yes or no?
Yes, sir, clear.
Clear. So 15,000 only. 3 lakh into 10%, 30,000. 30,000 divided by 12 into 6, it will be 15,000. Okay, coming back to the question, adjustment third. It says profit for the year 2013-14 to be taken as having accrued at the same rate as that of the previous year. So question is saying that we need to assume that profit in the year 2013-14 will remain same as it was in the previous year, which was 1,50,000. So it is going to be same in the 2013-14 as well. However, this year is not yet completed. We are just assuming that at the end of the year, profit is going to remain same. Considering that the profit is going to remain same, we need to find out the profit that will be transferred to Virat's capital account. You understand this point? We need to calculate the Virat share of profit in the in the form. So for that purpose, we will have to make an extra working note. This was working note number 1. Now we will make an extra working note number 2, showing the calculation of Virat's share in profit of firm for the year 2013-14. Okay, so we need to assume that profit of the firm for the year 2013-14 is going to remain same as it was in the previous year. Profit of the firm. Then we need to multiply it with the, tell me, we will be multiplying it with Virat's share profit sharing ratio, yes or no? Virat's profit sharing ratio. And we will then multiply it with the number of months he served in the business. Number of month served in business divided by 12 months. All right, so profit in the question is already given as 1,50,000. We will multiply it with the Virat share capital, sorry, profit sharing ratio, which is 5 by 10. And then we will multiply it with the number of months he served the business, 6 upon 12. So by solving it, we will be getting 75, or that means 37,500. Yeah. 37,500. So this much amount needed to be credited to Virat's capital account by way of profit in the firm. Yes or no? Everybody, is this clear? Yes or no? Zainab, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Shifa, Prerna.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the thing is that when we will transfer this amount to the partner's capital account and credit it to the partner's capital account 37,500, just tell me which what name will be written here, which to which account this need to be credited, this need to be debited. Sorry, tell me.
Profit and loss account. Profit and loss suspense account.
Yes, profit and loss suspense account, not the profit and loss appropriation account. Since year is not yet completed, so we will be writing P&L, profit and loss suspense account, not the P&L appropriation. I hope it is clear, everyone. Just tell me if it is clear, yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since it is clear, now you just need to find out the total of the credit side, and whatever the value that we will be getting, the same amount will be transferred to the executor's capital account. So let me just total this value. By totaling it, we will be getting, I think it is 5,70,000. 5,70,000. So we will write this on the debit side. Two, tell me whether we should write it as by balance CD, yes or no? Whether we should write the amount by balance CD 5,70,000, yes or no? Or whether we should write down the name of the executor's capital account. We will be writing executor's capital account. Executor's account. And now we will close this account 5,70,000. Understood? Is it clear? Yes or no? This question was asking us to prepare Virat's capital account to be presented to his executor. So that means at the closure of the partner's capital account, instead of transferring the amount to the as a closing balance, writing the amount as a closing balance CD, we will be transferring the entire amount to the executor's capital account. That means Virat's executor need to be paid 5,70,000. Since Virat died, so we need to pay 5,70,000 that belongs to Virat to his executor. 5,70,000. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no? Yes. So this was
Yes, sir.
about the death of a partner, wherein we were required to prepare a capital account. Okay. So since this question is clear, and I hope you guys have written this down. Yes or no? Zainab, Shifa, and Prerna, have you noted this down? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since you guys have already done this, so I'm moving on to the next question. All right. And
So
this
can
is
you put the
also
working
similar.
note for 1 minute?
Yeah, sure. Just this is working note number 1. Just and also we have made one more working note.
Yes, sir. Can you scroll?
This was the working note number 2. Sorry. Done. Done. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So this is a similar question based on the same concept. Everything is almost similar. In this case, also you need to prepare Shirish's capital account which is needed to be presented to his executor. So I want you to prepare the prepare Shiri's capital account in this question. Just do it quickly. Let me know whenever you are done. Start solving it. I'm waiting for your answers. Done, everyone? Done, Zainab, Shifa, Prerna.
Doing, sir.
Still doing, okay.
Yes, sir.
Done, Shifa is done. Zainab, just confirm whenever you are done. Zainab, waiting for you to finish. Prerna, also tell me whenever you are done. Shifa, could you
Done,
please
sir.
tell me the amount that needed to be transferred to the executor's account?
Uh, 2,18,750.
Just a minute, let me confirm. Yeah, could you please repeat? Could you please say it again, Shifa?
2,18,750.
2,18,750, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Zainab and Prerna, both of you are getting the same answer, or your values are different?
Yes, sir. Same.
Same, okay,
Same
same.
answer.
Yeah, yeah, this is the right answer. 2,18,000 needed to be transferred to the Shri executor's account. Okay, so as all of you are able to solve this question, so moving on to the next question. Okay, this is a question wherein there are three partners A, B, and C. Their profit sharing ratio is given 3:4. General reserve is there. Bills payable is there on the lab on the. This is not liability asset. This balance sheet on the liability side by mistake it is written asset. So this is the liability side. Don't get mistaken. This is the liability side. Left side of the balance sheet is the liability side, wherein general reserve, bills payable, loans, capital balance of the partner is given. On the asset side, cash, stock, investment, and land and building is there. It says that A have died on 1st of October 2019, and partnership provides the following information. Partnership deed provide for the following on the death of a partner. So these are the adjustment which is given. Goodwill of the firm to be valued. So there is an information regarding the self-valued goodwill. The profit of the firm, profit for the year ending 31st of March 2019 will was 50,000. Interest on capital was to be provided at 6% per annum. Average profit of the last 3 years was 35,000. We need to prepare A's capital account to be rendered to his executor. All right. So I want you to try this question as well. Everybody also solve this question. Got it? Shifa, Zainab, Prerna.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible, everybody?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So please prepare A's capital account in this case.
So I finished.
Yeah, Shifa, you're saying something?
Oh yes, I'm done. I finished.
You're done. Prerna?
Yeah.
I'm doing, sir.
Prerna, you're still doing? Okay, we will wait for you to finish.
Done, sir.
Go first. All right, so done. Okay, so Shifa, you go first. Tell me the amount that will be transferred to the executor's account.
1,02,300.
Okay, and you tell me, Prerna.
99,550.
99,000. So this is the amount that will be transferred to executor's account. I think
Yes,
you
sir.
have you made some mistake, I guess. Just tell me the opening balance you have got in the Ace Capital account, 60,000 it is,
Yes, sir.
and then journal reserve 12,000, right? Have you done that or not?
No, sir.
Okay, you need to transfer the general reserve as well now because there is no adjustment given regarding the general reserve, which means that we will be transferring the general reserve to the partner's capital account as well. And apart from that, you will be required to record the interest on capital on the credit side as well. I hope you will be able to solve this question now.
Yes, sir.
The correct answer is 1,02,300 that Shifa have got it correctly. So I hope you understood the mistake. Now you will be able to correct that mistake, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since this question is done and you understood the mistake as well, Shifa did it correctly. I'm moving to the next question. I want you to take the screenshot of this question, please. This is your homework. This question will be homework. In this question, you will be required to prepare pass the journal entries, and you need to prepare T's executors account. executor's account in this question as well. This question is little different and a little difficult comparing with the previous question, but since but it's still I want you to try this question. We will be solving this question in the next class. If you're not able to solve it on your own, we'll try to do it in the next class. But still, I just want you to give it a try, and we will then we will try to solve it in the next class. It will be easier for you to understand. Done with the screenshot, both of you.
Yes, sir.
Also take the screenshot of this question, please. Okay, so this is it for today's session. These two questions will be homework. However, the question that I'm giving you for the homework is not uh, uh, similar to the question that we did today. These questions are little different. You will face some difficulty solving these questions as well. But still, I want you to try this question so that it will be easier to you to understand